Hi nail friends, this is a very special mani for me. My dear friend Nicole's birthday is today, and I'm sure that you all know her in the dip world. Her Instagram account is Nicole's Beauty Scene, and I want to wish her a very happy birthday. I am so glad that you stalked me enough for me to become your very best friend. I adore you and love you, and I hope that you have an awesome birthday. So in this video, I am actually going to show how to do a scrub ombre, and then I'm going to also show how you can chrome using the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel. And what this is a gel that air dries, so you don't need to use a UV lamp. I know that some people, for many reasons, either a gel allergy or they don't have a nail lamp and they don't want to splurge on that, they are, for whatever any other reason. So this is going to be a good video for you to watch, but please stay until the end, because there is a big learning curve as far as using this miracle gel. It was a lot of trial and error for me, and I will get to that and explain it all when we get to that part of the video. So I am actually trying to get this voiceover done before UPS comes. So both of my kids do online cyber schooling, and their school stuff has been coming. This year, we have to sign for the packages. Last year, because of COVID, they didn't have a sign. So this year we have to, and I'm trying to get this voiceover in before they come. But after this shipment of stuff, so my oldest son's things will be coming. He is going into 10th grade. And then also this year, they were able to add on to get a second monitor, which is going to be really nice because the school supplies them with laptops, but it's one screen, and trying to see the teacher, and also if they play any kind of games like Kahoot or anything like that, it's hard to see the teacher, see the chat, and participate in the game all at once. We were able to request a second monitor, and I think that it's going to be awesome. Since we have two laptops, it's going to take up more space for each of my kids, but we are slowly figuring out where we're going to keep everything. So, okay, let me explain to you what I'm doing. I went off on that tangent. I'm so sorry. So I am using OG dip powder and OG liquids, and the black is a little Stitious, and this is one of Nicole's favorite colors, and that's why this mani is for her. She loves using this, gets so excited when she uses it, when she sees anybody else use it. She absolutely loves it, and I do too. You can see from my video just how pigmented it is, and it has very minimal staining, which I really like. Sometimes darker powders can have a lot of staining issues around your cuticle area, but you'll see after I wipe my nails off later on with some rubbing alcohol, it comes off really good. So sometimes when I'm doing these voiceovers, my head just goes blank. So I'm so sorry, when I pause or I say or or whatever, I try to keep it steadily going with talking, but my brain just stops talking. I don't know. The other color that I use is called Stay Classy, which is a gorgeous purple. And the chrome dip powder I'm using is called Briar Rose. And I showed everything that I'm going to be using for this mani in the beginning of my video. I do end up only using one of those eyeshadow brushes for my ombre, but you'll be able to see that in a little bit. Right here, we are now going to get into are we doing the ombre? No, I'm doing another dip of the purple. So, oh no, I'm not. Okay. I forgot what I did. Okay. Forget what I just said. Okay. So what we're going to do, oh my goodness, we're going to dip into that purple, and we're not going to brush that color off. we're going to immediately go in with our scrub ombre. And when you do a when you do a scrub ombre, you want to, especially this like super concentrated black color, you don't need a ton of it. And most of the color you want to be on the tip of your nail. So I am kind of just pushing and scrubbing that color into my nail, and then you'll see me turn my hand and look at it, and I thought that it needed blended up just a little bit more. So what was left on my brush, I actually just took and scrubbed and kind of just fanned it up a little bit, and I really like how it came out. I probably should have done 2 coats. So if I were to do this again, what I would do is I would do the same technique right here, and then I would do the scrub ombre with the black. I would then do another coat of my Dip Liquid Pro Base, dip into clear, and then not dust off that clear and go in with this black again and do another scrub ombre. It would just make the black a lot more concentrated. You'll be able to see later on in my picture what I'm talking about. I don't think that it was concentrated enough for me. So, but yeah, I still love how they turned out though. All right, so I'm going to dust off, and then I'm going to encapsulate all of my nails with a coat of clear, just because I personally like to do that so I have more room to file. So after I do that, we will be back and we will get started on the chrome. All right, I went ahead, dusted off all of my nails of the clear powder, and then I took a stiff brush and wiped off as much of the leftover clear that was on my nails so that I didn't get any kind of cloudiness on my nails, and I got the best result that I could, because sometimes clear can leave like cloudy patches on your nail. So after I did that, I went ahead and activated, and here I am going ahead and filing. I am right-handed, so using my left hand to do any kind of filing or anything, I'm awkward. You can see the way that I'm holding the drill is awkward. So I'm going to do that. So I use the drill to kind of get around my cuticle area and my side walls a little bit, just to kind of round them a little more and get rid of some of that bulk on the side of my nail. And then I go in with my handheld file if I need to shape But the main thing is you want to make sure, especially that nail that you're going to be chroming on, you want to have a completely smooth surface. Chrome powders, after you rub them in, they show any and all imperfections. Like, even if you didn't think that there was anything on your nail, it's going to show up in the end result. So when it comes to buffing, buff away. Like, don't be afraid to buff. After I get done doing that, I did the rest of my nails and I clean off with rubbing alcohol just to get rid of all of those filings, and I'm making sure I'm going around my cuticle area and sidewalls to pick up all of that excess black that kind of stuck around my cuticle areas and whatnot from dipping. Then after doing that, we are going to get started with the chrome. Okay, this Sally Hansen Miracle Gel, like I said earlier, you do not need to use a UV lamp. Now, I'm going to show you two of the swatches of the first ones that I did, and you're going to see there is a learning curve. These are the two that I did, and you can see they did not turn out. I had like a weird cakey stuff that came up, and that was because my nails were still too wet. When you're using this gel, you want to, so I gently wipe off one side of my brush, and then whatever's left on my brush is what I'm putting on my nail. You do not want to do a super thin coat because it'll dry way too fast, and you'll have very uneven patches on your nail. So when you go to rub in the chrome powder, it's going to rub in weird. But you don't want to have it too thick either where, okay, we didn't make it before UPS came. We got almost to the end, but we didn't make it. Okay, so I got that all taken care of, but like I was saying, you want to do not a super thin layer, but not a super thick layer. You just want it kind of in between. Now mine, I would say, okay, let's try again. Mine, I would say, took about 40 seconds, and I try to show you at the tip. You can see the liquid start to take on a different consistency. At the tip area, you could see where it was starting to dry and not look so glossy. So that's when I know that it's time to put the chrome on. Now, when you're using the chrome, it's not like when you're using the gel. So the gel that you have to cure. When you're using the gel that you have to cure, you can go in with an eyeshadow applicator and you can rub your heart out and you don't have any kind of issues. With this Miracle Gel, you want to, what I do is I took an eyeshadow applicator and I'm really picking up quite a bit of that powder, and I am patting it all over my nail, making sure I get all areas, but I'm not rubbing it at all, and I'm not even like pushing down whatsoever. You have to be very, very gentle with this stuff. Then I'm taking my finger and I am seriously hardly even touching my nail, and I am in circular motions back and forth, rubbing that into that gel, and you cannot apply pressure. I know that I keep saying that, but seriously, you can't apply pressure. You have to just lightly kiss the surface of your nail and get that chrome rubbed in as best as you can, just with no pressure. So if you're aggressive or anything like that, it's not going to work, and that's what happened on my swatches that I did. But as you can see, you get an absolutely gorgeous payout with this. So if for whatever reason you can't use gels or you don't want to, this is a gel that dries just like a nail polish. And after I get done with this, I lightly brush off my nail, get rid of all of that excess chrome, and then I go in with the Sally Hansen Miracle Gel again, and that's what I'm using to finish off my mani, because normally if I use a chrome, I would just finish off with a gel top coat. So after I applied the first layer of top coat, I realized after it dried that it wasn't as shiny as what I wanted it to be. So I do end up going over it with another layer of the gel, the Miracle Gel. But I don't show myself doing that for some reason. I don't remember why. but I don't know. But I did do 2 coats. I let it dry completely, my first layer, and then I went in with my second layer, and it did take about, I want to say 7 to 8 minutes for my nails to completely dry before I could finish off with my cuticle oil and all of that. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I tried to explain everything that I was doing, and I hope you like this, Manny Nicole, and like I said, I hope you have an awesome birthday, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.